There we go.
Got him?
Yep. Big walleye, big old walleye. Look at that. Oh, that's a good first fish.
All right. Do you need a net?
I think so.
Yeah, so do I.
Mr. Walter, hello.
You give me this little trout net and you catch big spawned out sows like this.
All right.
Oh, boy,
oh
she's
wow,
a
is that a
beauty, Jerry.
tank? That is
There
a
you
huge fish.
There you go.
How do you like that?
Oh,
Al and I have kind of
Sorry,
started to make it a tradition to head to the Dakotas and fish new water in the spring, and that's exactly what we're doing today. We're out in the Dakotas chasing walleyes, maybe some smallmouth white bass. That's the combo of lakes that are pretty common out here, and man, oh man, it can be some sweet fishing for some big fish and a lot of action too. That's a great walleye. That's the first fish that we've got so far. Just looking at a little creek arm coming off a main river channel. Cool, get this guy back. There we go. Beauty. When it comes to looking at new water, you know, what you have on the end of your rod can make a big difference in how the day plays out. Of course, it's what are the fish willing to bite, but also it's a game of efficiency. And in my opinion, the best tool out in the Dakotas like this, or in a lot of places, is this. This is a lipless crankbait. This is a Rapala Rippin Rap size 6, and I always have this thing tied on when I'm looking at new water, and there's a couple reasons why. Number one, you can't fish the bait wrong, and that's probably the biggest reason. I can cast it out, wind it straight in, I can work it back, pause it, and I can also fish it vertical. And a lot of times when you get on these sand flats or these channel edges where the fish are a little bit deeper and you're fishing darker water, fishing it like a jig can be absolutely dynamite. So I'm just kind of working it back off this little break here, just ripping it up. You can feel it, and then I'll just kind of follow it down on a semi-tight line, just watching it, and when the fish bite it, you just see the line jump and gotcha.
Whether you like it or not, to be a successful fisherman, you gotta make friends with the wind. The fact is, it turns fish on in shallow water, and I don't care what species it is. Walleyes on rocks, wind. Pike in weeds, wind. Crappies in open water, wind. Largemouth in wood, wind. Muskies on weeds or rock, wind. Smallmouth on boulders, wind. This force of nature does a few things in the shallow water. First, it breaks up the surface, so the fish are not as spooky. Next, it moves a lot of water around, disrupting bait fish, therein turning on the predators. The only question you gotta ask yourself is when is enough enough or too much? Luckily, we have troll motors that can handle just about anything, so it really boils down to your stamina.
Nice one too. All right. Try to avoid crashing here. Come here, dude. Jigging the lipless off the bottom. Whoop. Look at him, huh? Sweet, sweet. We're just trying to stay in the game right now, just covering water, avoiding the wind. It's one of those deals out here, man. You can just get really walloped by the breeze. And if you're ever fishing out here in the plains and the weatherman says the forecast is breezy, you better believe him. But fish out here like that too. Look at that, one of those new Rippin Rap colors from Rapala. There's yellow perch in all these lakes out here, and look at that, and then a cool perch pattern. Here we go.
I got one. I got one.
one.
Good one. Just hold it. We're going to start working. We got something going here. What?
There we go. That was just where he was before, just almost under the boat. That's amazing. Smallmouth have such a good attitude. If you miss one, I always throw right back in, because I can't tell you how many times Al and I have been like, oh, I missed one, and somebody can sneak in and throw right to that cast, or you throw back and bingo. That was just right off the back corner of the boat. Cool. I just can't get over the versatility of this of this bait. This Rippin Rap is just, in my opinion, one of the best just fishing tools ever. I mean, it's just, whoa, 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 whoa. Just so darn effective. Oh, hey, coming down now. I'm gonna be able to take this thing, and what I'm doing right now is just jig. I mean, it literally jigging it. So you can picture this bait goes up, and then it kind of got this subtle fall and it hits the ground, up, and I'm never feeling the bite. This bait is laying on the bottom when the fish are picking it up. But look at that. It's one of the new colors they've got. Isn't that just the perfect perch? That's what's in these lakes is perch, and this is a match the hatch deal. Smallmouth, Rippin Raps. I'm loving life. Got one?
Yeah, get women up.